Hello folks, and welcome back to World of Tanks with Celtic. In this second edition of the analysis of failed videos, we're going to take a closer look at a battle I had in my KV-1S on Redshire. This video showcases two epic failures of two decent players. Failures, which I believe were at least partly induced by the XVM add-on. XVM, as most of you surely know, collects statistical information about players in World of Tanks, and after some complex calculations and number crunching, it assigns a so-called efficiency rating to each player. The higher the rating, the more skilled the player is likely going to be. Looking at the opponent, there were two players that caught my immediate attention. Both the Jackson, as well as the Hellcat, had very good ratings. XVM predicts a 45% win chance for our team, but I knew that if we manage to take out these two key players, we will be in good shape. Let's shift our attention to our team. The side is quite bleak. I can expect our Churchill 3 to do well in this matchup, but other than that, it was clear that I had to pull my weight big time. If I don't carry this game, we won't stand a chance. But then, I was in a KV-1S, which is, tier for tier, one of the most overpowered tanks in the game. Why is it overpowered? Just take a look at its gun. Here we are comparing it to the American T-29 and German Tiger Tier 7 heavy tanks. While it falls behind in the rate of fire and aiming time, its penetration isn't very far behind, and as for the damage, it's actually doing more than either of the other two. This tank shoots at M3 leads for crying out loud. Balanced? I hardly think so. Wanna see some more evidence of this? Here it is. The tank statistics on newtmeter.com speak volumes. The KV-1S is the highest win rate, and is the most popular Tier 6 heavy tank. The KV-1S, in this configuration with the 122mm D-2-5T cannon, is a fantasy vehicle that never saw any service. At any rate, it's the perfect machine for this fight, as I am pretty much able to kill half of the enemy team in one shot. In English, they are going to get ass-raped and won't even know what fucking hit them. We're on Redshire, and we are playing the new encounter mode, which was added in patch 8.6. In standard mode, Redshire heavily favors the western team. The encounter mode should even things out a bit. Taking the hill is paramount on this map, and getting there early in the fight is the first order of business. As we're getting up the hill, I am noticing the Covenanter in front of me. That British Tier 4 light tank is quite mobile, and it allows our friend here to get into a position to perish rather quickly.
Yo, what's up bros? I made it to the hill first because I am awesome. Now it's time to kick some serious ass. I'm going to teach that M6 a lesson he won't soon forget. $29 damage? You serious bros? And now 28? What the fuck? I'm getting out of here. Okay, back to the garage. Fucking cheaters.
So while our retarded little friend gets his ass blown off, I am working the ridgeline. First target is a juicy Panzer IV. I am getting him for 352 damage. That's a very low roll for this monster cannon. More importantly, however, is that fact that the enemy's Hellcat has already taken out two of our tanks. So far, he has been living up to the expectations that XVM raised, and I will definitely be keeping a watchful eye on him. The Panzer IV, however, is no more. Let me draw your attention to this Matilda. It's been creeping up the hill towards me for some time, and now it seems to be getting ready to attack. The Matilda with its 370 hit points against the KV-1S. Does anyone want to hazard a guess how this is going to end? Well, let's find out.
Lieutenant, get ready to engage enemy KV-1S. Activate the cloaking device.
Cloaking device engaged, sir. What are your orders?
Lieutenant, we keep pushing forward, straight at him.
Excuse me, Commander. Our cloak is malfunctioning. We are visible, and I just saw a tree falling. Sir, I think we might be in danger.
Battle tactics, Lieutenant. We are not going to run at the first sign of trouble.
They're knocked down.
Damn straight. He's not running anywhere. Oh, speaking of which, neither is the AMX-40.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Let's fast forward just a little bit and witness the unruly end of the Churchill 7. For reasons I fail to even begin to understand, he aimlessly wandered out into the open. That's a bad idea. Like properly fucking bad. So this was kill number 4. But let's go back to the beginning and take a look at how our enemy number 1, the Hellcat, was doing. As I said earlier, in my mind, taking him out would be paramount to winning this fight. In a matchup like this, a Hellcat is a super dangerous opponent. After all, it is a cat. From hell.
Track hit.
Here he is now.
Destroyed.
But more important is what happens next. Watch this. Damn. He takes a big old hit that cuts his health pool in half. That did not go to plan for him. At all. The question is, why would he put his machine in a vulnerable position like that? The Hellcat has no armor to speak of, and there were plenty of big old cannons on our team that can decimate him. Now, I know I am speculating here, because at the end of the day, I have no fucking clue as to what goes on in someone's mind, including my own. So, I know that I am going out on a limb here, but I think the reason he played so aggressively, at least in part, is XVM. A player like this surely has XVM installed, and when the game started, he saw that he was Mr. Super Awesome. There were a few decent players, but as far as he was concerned, most of them were all scrubs. I think this can create a sense of invulnerability and superiority, which leads to thoughtlessness, and ultimately, foolishness. I am convinced that, had he taken the opponent more seriously, he would have been more careful. So let's pick up the action where we left off. The Churchill just met his maker,
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
and now the cat is burning through her 9 lives rather quickly.
Bitches. You are all going down. You scrub nuts don't know how to play tanks. Hey you idiot in the M6. Want some more of this? That's right. Don't mess with me bros. Oh look what we have here, a PZ4? Hey idiot, you don't honestly think you have a chance in hell against me.
Okay then. The cat is dead. That is great news. And as far as I was concerned, during the fight, I remember thinking, that's it. We just won. Let's go back into the action where I spot another victim. An enemy Stug was spotted out in the open without cover. A Stug is normally a one-shot kill for the KV-1S, and I am about to make someone's day real miserable. Watch this.
We just beat him.
I bounce off a Stug. The driver over there must be the luckiest guy alive. But his luck is about to run out. The KV-1 next to me puts one into him, and I have another go as well.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
I am up to 5 kills right now, but the game is still only even. The opponent's Jackson is at 2 kills, and alive and kicking. I knew I had to deal with him if our team was to succeed. The Churchill one down by those houses is merely a delay, but nothing to worry about.
Hey, what was that, man? Something just hit me bad. WTF. I don't see Nuptin. Whatever. I don't think there's anyone anymore. Fuck that shit, man.
Thank you very much for the Top Gun, Mr. Churchill. While I am moving up, I notice that the Jackson just hit my tracks. He therefore must still be sitting in Sector F9, where he was spotted earlier. The game is still even, but I feel that the advantage is on our side now. As far as I was concerned, once the Jackson was removed, the deal was going to be sealed. I am pinging the minimap, warning our 2 heavies to be careful, as there are snipers on the hill near the camp. Anyways, they should be okay there, as long as they don't just YOLO out in the open and get themselves shot up like a bunch of power donkeys. Jackson spotted. This is the chance to secure the game. It is now time to be aggressive, and I am moving in. I felt positively invincible in my KV-1S and 6 kills under my belt, so much so that I failed to notice that both our heavies just got taken out. And speaking of power donkeys YOLOing out in the open, just watch what happens next.
Leroy Jenkins. Jackson, I have you now. You are still going down. LOL, what a great ram kill. Hey idiot in the ELC, where do you think you are going? Stand still so I can one-shot kill you for my Radley Walters medal. What the fuck was that? A ricochet? Are you serious? I am still going to kick the snot out of your noobish ass.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
So this is how it all ends. Taken out by a BK3601H, after YOLOing into the open like a complete donkey. The opponent goes on to winning the game by capping after taking out our T-34-85, and after our useless scumbag artillery runs away like the cockroach that he is. Let's take a look at some post-game stats. I ended up receiving 738 XP. For a loss, that ain't so bad. Only 2 of the enemy players got more XP. If you need a definition of what a failed team is, look no further. Not one of our players managed to get at least 600 damage done. Not one. This is a sad sight indeed. A truly shameful display. At the bottom of the list we find the artillery player, who calls himself Unterhund or something like that. Maybe German or something. Who gives a shit?
Mann, du Vollpfosten. Das heißt Unterhund. Das weiß doch jeder.
Aha. Like I said, who gives a shit? Anyways, he walks away with 71 XP. That is going to be a long grind to get that Hummel. Muhahaha. Looking at the enemy team, it becomes clear why they won and we didn't. They simply had more players with decent games, some with great games even. Can you imagine what they would have done to our team if it hadn't been for my KV-1S killing 7 others and doing 2,700 damage in the process? It would have been an absolute slaughter. Sounds great, doesn't it? But here's the problem. It's all a load of rubbish. If I had kept a cooler head, I would have gotten every last one of them. 11 kills. A pool's medal. And I throw this game away. I did not respect the opponent enough because I looked at XVM and decided that they were bad. As bad as my team was, this may be the biggest fail of them all. Thank you all for watching, and see you next time.